Hey everyone, just before I get started on this solution, there's something I want to point out on my previous solution. I'm afraid I did not show you guys the sample run, right? These are all our different sample runs, okay? What I did is on my previous solution, I simply wrote the solution and I did not check whether or not it works. But now that I did, you guys do know, have a proof that I gave you something that is working pretty fine, okay? And this is another solution. Number of trials, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here's a deal. Student C is smarter than student A in a way that he realized that we only wanna have one variable, either for our heads or number of heads or number of tails. But let's pick number of heads. Why? Because we know that in order to find the number of tails, we'll simply say 1 million minus whatever we have on our number of heads variable. Okay, now let's see what do I want to do. I want to have number of times. Okay, and then right there I'll start from number 1. Okay, you know what, in fact it is a better choice to use the for loop as opposed to a while loop. Okay, I'll simply go int I equals to, or in fact number of times. I can simply do this. Why can I type while number of times is less than or equals to number of trials? Okay, number of times we increment it, right? So here's what I'll do. Just like I did before, I'll find a random number between 1 and 2 exclusively. 0 and 2 excluding 2 are random. Depending on its value. This time around, let's say if it is equals to 1, then we know that our number of heads has to be incremented. Okay, that is the only case that we're concerned about. Okay, that's pretty much it. In fact, I shouldn't have put those there. Okay, now what I want to do is to display this right as system.out.print. I'm not gonna be fancy in any way. I'll simply just go heads, just like before. By heads, of course, I mean number of heads. Okay, we've been playing around with our print statement so a lot on our previous solutions. So there's absolutely no need for this to bother ourselves much about that. Okay, so I'll simply go number of times. Okay, let's go to the next line and go tails. Tails will simply be there over there. Oh, by the way, there was no need for us to have a variable to hold that million number, that 1 million, a constant. Why? Can anyone guess why? Okay, so it's that minus number of heads. We do that in order to get our million. I know I know up to now we haven't got to interesting. Oops. Whoa, something's not right here. So it's how many heads do not number of times, number of heads. Okay, I know up to now we haven't covered much, and that includes methods. You see, there's absolutely no reason for us to have a constant to hold that. Okay, why we only using that 1 million on 2 places, right? And our program is too tiny. I know it perhaps doesn't make any sense for now, but I can assure you it will on the next time, on the next chapter, when we actually do methods. That's where we'll get to see when to use a variable or a constant, because sometimes it's better to simply use a number without actually holding it somewhere in memory. That should be it for this tutorial, you guys. See you on the next one. I'm gone.